Hi everyone, I'm Nancy of Espresso Expressions. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm part of a video hop by Altenew and it's called Let's Get Sentimental. Make sure you stick through the video when we are done for the next video participant in the video hop. There'll be prizes and Altenew is giving away a $20 gift certificate to 3 lucky winners and a $15 gift certificate to 4 winners. Please leave a comment on the Altenew video and or each designer's YouTube video on the hop list by July 30th, 2023 for a chance to win. Altenew will draw 7 random winners from the comments left on each hop stop and announce the winners on the Altenew winners page on July 31st, 2023. So let's get right to the video. Hello and welcome to Altenew's quarterly video hop for Altenew educators. And the theme for today is Let's Get Sentimental. So focusing on that, I created 4 cards using 1 sheet of paper with a very subdued background using an inked stencil. But the showcase of each card is each sentiment in a die cut. And let me talk to you about what I did today. So if you're in a hurry and you want to make several cards at one time, using 1 sheet of paper and a stencil, you get to create 4 backgrounds that you can then create cards that match. And that way, when you do, it makes it your job that much easier. So here are my 4 cards. The sentiments are from several different Altenew stamp sets. This one says, "You amaze me," "Thinking of you, my friend," "Sending a happy hello," and "You rock." Okay. If I reorganize these, you'll see how I started with one 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So these 2 match. This corner matches. And this corner matches. So it started out with 1 piece of paper using a stencil. I then trimmed as I was going along, and this one wound up being a little bit smaller because of where I had the stencil. And then I die cut 4 sentiment medallions, and then I inked them as well. So let me show you the pieces that I used today. Really simple, really easy. Here was the stencil. It's a very large one. It's called Floral Mandala Stencil. Here is the stencil. Here is the middle if you wanted to block it off and not use it. But I took this out of the way and I used the whole stencil to then ink it with several different shades of green and blue Altenew ink cubes. So that made it a whole lot easier. And now you can see what I did here. Recreating this a little bit. Almost perfect. I think I had it this way too. Well, it doesn't much matter. You'll see from what I had already done how you match up those corners to create your 4 cards. I think I got it now. There you go. So you can trim them to whatever size you want, but you will get 4 cards out, and then I put them on a white card base. Let me show you the other things that I used. I used a die set from Altenew as well. It's called the Soda Top Nesting Die Set. It has lots of dies in this particular set, from the very large to the very small, because you want to focus on the sentiment and not as much as the stamped background for each card. And you'll see that in each card, I used the same color paper, with the exception of this one. This one is inked using an ink cube from Altenew. But one of my recent finds from Altenew, and there are lots of these, are Gradient Cardstock Set. I used this one when I was doing the invisible background using clear acetate, but then you have a choice of what colors you want to pick, and I used the same one for all 3 cards. so I was doing the same thing. And I used a variety of sentiments from several different stamp sets because I wanted to make sure that it fit inside that medallion. And for added interest, I used silver thread as a cute little bundle behind everything, which is also from Altenew as well. Here's the smaller version. This one I inked because I wanted to use it smaller, and I didn't have a small paper from that packet. Sending a happy hello, and you amaze me. So 4 cards, 1 piece of paper, a die set, a stencil, inking, cutting them up into 4 A2 cards, except this one's a little bit smaller. But the showcase is the sentiment, and again, you can use that gradiated card set, stamping in black ink, and then trimmed with a white background on a white cardstock. Really simple. Now you've got 4 cards from 1 piece of paper. Hop on over to my fellow educators. That way you can enjoy their projects as well. Leave a comment to be eligible for a drawing at the end of the video. And stop by and say hello. Follow me on my blog because I will have information there too. But now you've got a new technique to try. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Happy stamping.